What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's review we will be taking out the A-35B. I've been kind of resisting doing this review just because I wasn't in this section of the tech tree. I was researching up in rank 4 in other columns, but was still back in rank 2 with this one. But I thought, I've got some lines to spare, I'll get the crew and try my first ever match with this thing. Give you all my first impressions, which might change in the future. I'll do a more in-depth review at a later date, but today will just be a short first gameplay in the A-35B. So, some brief history that I know of this plane. I'm not looking at any sheet, I'm totally doing this off the top of my head, but so some brief history. The A-35B was initially submitted to the United States Navy as a contender for the Helldiver, but the United States selected the Helldiver obviously over this aircraft and never went for it. But ChanceBot, the same company who made the Corsair, decided that they'd offer it to other markets, and France was one of them, and they absolutely love this machine. So what I'm doing here is I'm just diving into the base because I have 0 modifications. This is literally my first match. What I'm noticing on this plane from flying is that its torque is extremely heavy. It really wants to cut over to the right. Got some wing flutter, but no emergencies. So Bombay's open. Slowing down a little bit, but nothing extreme. And I've got 2 500s and 2 100s. I'll have to double check on that. So I don't expect to kill this base, but let's see what happens. I still have 1 bomb left. Let's see. Okay, there's a BF-109 right ahead of me. Let's close up the Bombay here. He is going to outmaneuver me. Surprise, surprise. So I'm just going to try to level out and be ready for his subsequent attack. Now this plane has a frontal armament of 6 50 caliber Browning machine guns and a rear armament of a single 50 caliber Browning machine gun, which is relatively insane. Like, it's not very often that you get a larger than NATO round in a turret to higher tiers, but he's just trying to stall me out by going underneath me like that. And yeah, so he's just gonna attack me like that and have nothing. Hope that's gonna do something. So yeah, not the best first match, but hey, at least we got a base destroyed and some interesting happenings. So I think I'll do 1, maybe 2 more matches for you guys, just to give a brief showcase of how the plane performs in the beginning. Alright, and here we are loading into the next match. So what I noticed from the last one is that it's kind of a typical thing with the Browning machine guns when you don't have the new machine gun, new MG modification. Their spread is everywhere. You can't hit anything with them. They're terrible. But I made it through the F6F Hellcat, and that thing is absolutely amazing with its machine guns. So these have the exact same ones. So I'm hoping that once I get them, then I'll be able to hit many more targets. But anyway, let's see how this goes. So I'm going to do a low level approach on this one instead of going at high level and slowly diving in. And I do have the decals on here. As you can see, I've got the shark mouth and the Slovak Insurgent Air Force round door instead of the French, which I kind of like better. To each their own, I guess, but alright, so reduce speed, air brake's coming out. Alright, so she redlines almost at 400 knots. So not bad at all. Especially for this aircraft. At least this rank of aircraft. So from test flying this aircraft before I took it out, I love this gunner view. Like, gunner view is amazing. But what I have noticed is that its cockpit doesn't seem to be finished. Really low resolution. Just doesn't seem to be very good. If you compare it to something like a P-51 or the A-6M0, like I have in the American tech tree, they're so much more. They're just so much better as far as the texture goes in the cockpit. So wouldn't recommend taking this into simulator battle. You only have the bank indicator, which if you go into a cloud, there's really no point in having a bank indicator. So one thing to note there, but I mean I guess you do have the bank indicator now that I look at it again. So never mind, it should be okay in sim battles, but even then, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just not a plane I would want to take in. Especially considering it's only rank 2, you can't do many achievements with it. Granted, you can do some occasionally, but no events, no nothing like that. But yeah, so you do have the basic instrumentation, the artificial horizon, as I just now realized is in there. But yeah, and it seems to be a very heavy aircraft, even though there's no armor, no nothing on the inside. There's literally no armor, like, at all. And fuel tanks everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And all on the leading edge of the wing. So if you're being tailed, that's not so much of a concern. They're going to hit your spar before they hit your fuel tank, but even then, it's not too far from being common. I don't know, who even fighting there? So I'm just going to see if I can drop all my bombs on the base. It does have a tendency to leave one bomb in the bomb bay for some reason. I don't know why that is, but just something to note. Just make sure you drop everything. Ooh. And there you go, there's still a 500-pound bomb in the bomb bay, for whatever reason. Which, I am going to circle back and get that. But not many enemy fighters that I can see. Some pesky AA that I'll go and take out here in a second. But yeah. So we got an IL-2 approaching. I really hope it doesn't go for me because it's a heavy plane versus heavy plane, and even then he's not too heavy. So yeah. Okay, bombs out. Alright. So you can take out a base. So it is confirmed you can take out a base with your loadout. This is a stock loadout, by the way, so you can take out an entire enemy base. Now we're going to go over here and see what kind of trouble we can get into with the AIs down here before the pesky fighters start coming in. Which it looks like a J-22, sorry, might be interested in me. But alright, so overheating looks like it might be an issue. I have yet to overheat it, but it's been amber and yellow for some time here. Alright, so some good anti-air opportunities here. These do seem to be very pesky ones, unfortunately. So this seems to... Ooh, these are the nasty ones. There we go, skimming the ground there. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of AA. Let's just go dodging AA for a little bit. Ow. Oh. Fuel is sealing, and we have... does not appear to be any enemies coming near us. Alright, we'll just circle back around without being slammed. I do not expect that we'll make it back to the airfield. This thing does have self-sealing fuel tanks, as you might have noticed when my fuel indicator said it was leaking and then it said it was sealing. So, that is good. Combat flaps, in the test flight at least, were very effective. And yeah, they did a very good job of slowing the aircraft down and peeling out of a dive. I have yet to try them in an actual match. Oh, well, that's exciting. I took out my gunner. That's cute. So let's reduce throttle here. See if I can put out that fire. I don't expect that we'll be able to, but yeah, well, that went a wheel. And another. Yep, not gonna happen. Well, much better match that time. Didn't actually die to... That's an interesting glitch. But, yeah, did not actually die to a player that time. Died to overpowered AA. But yeah, I'll do one more match and I'll give you my final verdict. Alright, so here we are in the final match. Actually, this is not the final match. I've just made up my mind. I will do one ground battle with this plane. Let's see if I can get in with it. If not, I won't show it, and that'll be the end of the video. But if I get in the ground battle, I will be sure to show that to you. But in this clip, I decided that I will go and I will attack a base. I have my bomb series set to all, so I'll be dropping all bombs on a base to show you that it will destroy it in one run. Unless, of course, this is a different map, so it might be a different mechanic. But, alright, so as you can hear, the wind's starting to rush, the wings are starting to flutter. Wing flutter starts at about 350, and as you can see, it just flutters and flutters and flutters. Minor compression, mainly on the ailerons. Ailerons are getting some decent compression. Elevator, not so much. Rudder, not really. But yeah, ailerons, as to be expected with all that flutter, do compress. But just opening up the bomb bay really just helps slow that down. Alright, nice small map. I'll be heading in really low, gonna strike this base and then go for some ground targets and maybe make it back to the airfield, but not, oh well. But yeah. So right now I am at 0 loss of lions because of having the 10 free repairs that every vehicle gets, unless it's premium, of course, but this is not. Alright, just put our bomb bay open just for good measure. We're approaching the base right now. And typically I'll go for the inner two bases, whichever is closest to the enemy airfield, because generally it's underneath of the enemy fighters and they don't tend to look down. I found out. I don't tend to look down. I'll look towards these outer bases if I'm looking to intercept somebody. But, nevertheless, I have chosen this outer base because that was just kind of what was right ahead of me. Alright, I'm about to drop all the bombs on this unfortunate little base here. And bombs are out. There you go. Base is done. Nice, almost 1,000 lions and a small chunk of research, so. An HS-129, that is not a welcome sight, but oh well. So yeah, we just got a BF-109 closing on our tail, but then again we have our nice little 50 cal surprise for him. Which, if he does start firing at us, I'm relatively certain we're not going to make it back, but if we do, it's a big bonus. Just make sure I'm slightly pitched up. Saving his ammo. Oh, I have to say something. The gun does not seem to be too accurate, as you can probably tell, because I'm like falling apart here, but hopefully we can get some backup. Nope, not gonna happen. Well, there you go, guys. I will see you in the ground battle if it happens. If not, thanks for watching. Welcome back, and here's our ground battle. So let's see. We'll be flying out the A-35 here. I know I have a full airplane lineup, but I got one of my favorite anyway, light tanks in the game. EBR 1951 is still just, you just can't beat it. But while I do like the EBR, it's kind of hard to take a 5.0 tank in with a 2.7 plane, so yeah. Now, the spawn points for that plane are a little high, so we're at let's see, 609 spawn points for a stock A-35. So no modifications, no nothing. Just bringing in 1,500 pounds of bombs. So keep that in mind. You're a heavily loaded P-40 with 3 times the weight and a rear gunner. But nevertheless, we're gonna see if we can get ourselves into a match, into a airplane here. But yeah. So we'll just go, and hopefully we won't be absolutely annihilated. But now that we made it across there, now I can do my job and be a little dumb, but okay, so nobody's pushing that, so that's good. So my main goal here is to spot anybody that's going to try to cross that bridge. If I can't spot them in time, I'll just slap them, but typically slapping doesn't happen too often in this tank. Typically it's more of a poke, 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 and then he dies. But you never know. Scouted, firing. Feeling penetration. I am out of here, because I don't want to fight that. Huh. And I missed the scout, so that's cute. Alright, this dude is just angering everything that comes around here, so I might as well join in the fun. Sorry, buddy, I don't. No, I'm not trying to do that, but. Well, that's just spectacular. Huh. Shot from the back, so let's just get moving. Okay, so that guy died. Let's just aimlessly push, hope we don't die. Okay, nice job, guys, nice job. Okay, that guy's dead. My little locust friend here is doing a good job cleaning up. Oh, that is something. Okay. What's that? Oh, my lens. Well, let's take that out. Target scouted and destroyed. Nice. Ouch. Who just shot me? I have a feeling it was from front, but I have no idea. Well, where was that from? A martyr? Oh, well, I just backed right up to him. Well, looky there, we have enough spawn points. Alright. So, this is not a great map for taking this out for the first time in Ground RB, but just keep in mind that any weather is kind of acceptable in this game, not in real life. Don't take that advice in real life. That's not a good idea. Don't take off in tornado or anything stupid. Anyway, in this game, weather, yes, it is an issue, but you don't really get turbulence or anything, and water in the engine doesn't seem to have any effect unless you land in a river. But alright, so let's just see if we can spot. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to spot, but I did it anyway. Oh, that is not good. It's your cease. Nice. Somehow, my... uh-oh. Well, it's my gunner. Nope, my gunner's unconscious. Nice. Alright. Maybe I should have just stuck with going for ground targets. Sounds like a 109 by the engine. I don't know what it is actually. But let's just go see if we can do some damage. Sounds like it's only a NATO that's hitting me, but who knows? Oh, my Atlanta. That is not friendly. Hey, can you help me, buddy? Please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, that's an HE. That's what that is. Oh, somebody please get him off my 6. Oh, he ran out of ammo. That works. Alright, we're just gonna... Oh, you know what? Just do this. Enjoy those. There we go. Alright. Well, I thought we were gonna die, but apparently not. We're just gonna continue on home. So I've noticed these self-sealing fuel tanks really do a good job, and having the fuel tanks on the front of the lane really helps, because as you can see, I've been shot up all over the back of the lane, but nothing on the front, so we're doing good there. Now, I don't know how's our team looking. Pretty even so far. I mean, we are, in my opinion, I think we're going to win. Unbiased, I don't. Looking at it honestly, I think that we're going to win, but who knows. Please, what the? Okay. Like, seriously? Do I have a plane behind me? No, I don't. So, I had flaps down still. That was a mistake doing that, but okay, gear going down. Flaps going to landing. Watching out for the concrete tents.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Oh, it's gonna be a rough landing, but okay. Hey, we're safe. And we landed. There we go. And a very even match as far as our performance goes. Yes, we did lead in the beginning, so we do have the lead, but it's not over yet. But it's a very even match as far as our team is laid out and who's killing it. Still, I think we might have the upper hand. Alright, just messing with the cockpit while we're just sitting here. Alright, 7 seconds until being restored. Let's do this.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Alright, fully repaired, and this plane hates to take off. Especially from the test drive, I took up the whole length of the runway just trying to get off the ground. Which I was not using takeoff flaps, but still, this plane is extremely heavy in carrying 1,500 pounds of bombs. Doesn't help with that. Like, I am all the way back on my joystick right now, and just now we lift off the ground. Wait, and just as a note, any gameplay footage you see, unless I am by some weird chance using a friend's computer, I am using a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick. Tanks, boats, if I ever play boats, I always use joystick. So, alright, now we starting to take the lead, so I'm just gonna go and hopefully get a few bombs in there before we win.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Alrighty. So far, we do not have enough spawn points to respawn anything, because we literally just landed, that's all we've done. But let's hope that we can get a final say in who the true winners of the battle are. Okay, stop shooting that around Havoc. Apparently our SPA really doesn't like our team, so oh well. Alright, Hotez 633. Not sure why that's even in the game, but it does make more sense now that they switched it around. But it used to be the F222.2 was ahead, and like, there was no reason to even crew the Potez 633, and I have not. I may in the future just for gameplay, but most likely not for random pleasure. Okay, there's an anti-air. And that's not good. Hope I don't kill anybody. And then the match ends. Well, oh well. We got 2 kill assists, good chunk of lions. Not bad at all. So yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by to watch. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something as far as this plane goes. And hey, looky there, I finally get the fuselage repair and a few extra stuff. I will immediately start researching these guns because I need those. They're really bad. But alright, thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the skies.